we need to main agenda that we need to be save the bill. Okay, save the monthly bill, which we are putting extra money to the Amazon. So instead of that, we will be saved. How we can save? This is the way that we can smartly helping to play this already covered. So in this video, we will be cover about the life cycle deployment. We are designing a life cycles of the objects. Okay, so let's to be without wasting our time. So let's try to be started. So now I have uploaded objects on my system. So there I have one object and another object. In there we have multiple versions of this particular one image. Okay, it has this is the current version. These are my non-current version. That makes sense. Now what we need to do? We need to we need to be navigate to the management. Once we navigate to our management, there you see the option of life cycle configurations. We call it under life cycle management basically. So now there you see the life cycle rules. What we need to do, we just need to click on to create life cycle. Okay, so once we click on to create life cycle rule, so there it gives me option that where I need to put the name of that. So I said that cost saving. Just I'm using this word. I'm using simple word, a cost saving. And there, this will give me again option that do you want to use any prefix for that, or this will be implemented to all objects. I said all the objects will be implemented. Okay, then you say that, are you sure? I said yes, I acknowledge that this will be implemented. So okay, this is a super important thing, guys. So the life cycle action will be a super important part. Okay. So about the so in the life, I don't know what's going on to my system. So all right, okay. So yeah, so what you have seen there? Okay, so yeah. So life cycle rule you see about one thing. Okay. All right, so there you see the about a life cycle rule actions. Life cycle rule action mean that you have seen about the current version of object between storage classes, non-current version of object between storage classes, expire current version of objects. All the information be there. So let me show you about this thing. Now you see that about all the information. Okay, this is a super important thing. So first, what we need to do, we need to be click onto this section. Storage, this story between storage current version of my storage object during the storage class. So how I do this thing? So first I need to check onto this thing. Okay, once I check mark into this thing, then it will be show you. So let me show you about this thing. So okay, so once I click onto this thing, so okay, so once I click onto this thing, then it will be okay. All right, so yeah, there you see about the storage classes. In the storage, in the life cycle rule action, you have appear something like the storage. Okay, so this will be helpful for me to be designing the objects, to be designing my entire action of it. So there you see about your current version, non-current version, expire current version, something like that. All it we will be cover up all those in one by one. So let's start from a current version. So now what I'm doing it, I'm designing a life cycle of my current version. Okay. So current version, that which you uploaded your image, uploaded your object recently, or which is your latest object, that is called a current version. Okay, this always be keep this thing in your member part. Okay, this is super important. So now I said I know acknowledge. So now this is the way, this is the entire transition that way I have to mention about the different storage classes based on the number of days that my object we retain onto that particular class. So they suppose that I have mentioned around 20 days, okay, or I can say 7 days. So in initial 7 days, I am using a storage infrequent access, standard infrequent access. Then again, okay, there it gives me option which class that you want to start it. So it gives me this that you have to minimum 30 days minimum duration charge. If the data would be remain into this thing. So there I mentioned a specific 30 days. Okay. So I said 30 days my data should be exist into this bucket, into this class. Next, it will be I'm putting an intelligence sharing after 30 days to 45 days. Okay. In after like the next 15 days, my data will be moved to the intelligence sharing. Then one zone infrequent days, I will say for 60 days, or let's suppose that I'm assuming there 90 days. Okay. Then once on infrequent access, then there is give me a flexible retrieval. So there mention 190 days or mention about 120 days. My data will be moved to this particular class. So as I'm adding into these things, it will be automatically shows me all the steps. Now you see that everything is automatically selected. Even I can also be select as per my option. Okay, even if I don't need this much of classes, so whatever I just want intelligent turing or glacier, so I can it's flexible for us. Okay, so just I'm showcasing for you. So this will be now one more thing we always be keep in our mind if we are using like this way step by step. So we also will remember one thing that days should be increasing. Then there we am using 30, so it doesn't mean that if there I'm using up 15 days. Well, this will not work. It will throw an error. Okay, so even it will also give you message that it should be more than a 30 days. Okay, now this not throw an error, but yeah, once I will be click on creation of this thing, so it will be throw an error. Okay, so yeah, so 120 days, then this would be my using for 180 days. So after 180 days my data will be moved into this thing. So there you see about to review this entire transaction of your current version. This is the life cycle. So day 0 my object is uploaded, day 30 it moved to this storage class, then it's moved to this, it moved to this, it moved to this, and do it day 180 it moved to this particular storage class. Okay, but it doesn't mention that suppose that if I want to be delete the object, so how do I do this thing? For that it gives me option that expire current version. So there I just need to be mentioned that okay, so when I click on to expire current version, so it gives me that after 1 year, okay, I'm just assuming that after 365 days my object will be removed, my objects will be expired from this life cycle. Okay, the object will be deleted basically. Okay, so this is my object will be expired. So this entire rule will be implemented to my current version. That's a bit clear. So this entire thing will be work on to my correct version of the objects. Okay, now so now you see that in the current version we have seen about it, and whatever that objects I am working, okay, that all will be implemented in my current version. Now let me talk about the non-current version. Okay, what do you mean a non-current version? If you click on non-current version, okay, then again it will be appear similar like that kind of transaction, that kind of chart. But there is a one additional field be there. One more thing that we noticed. There is a one additional field be there like this is my additional field. Okay. Suppose that okay, so as I told you, this is up to me that I can choose any of that, and then it will be proceeding like this way. Whenever I'm adding another transaction, it's starting from this thing. Okay. It doesn't mean that like in another transaction I can able to select this thing. No, that's not possible. Even I will show you about that. So there I'm just mentioned about number of days would be 30, and what is the newer version to be retained. So there I mentioned about suppose that 5. I'll let you know about it. Okay, what is the main difference between that? So suppose that now this one, now see all our other option be disabled. Doesn't matter that I have started from the one zone in frequent access, but the other now even one zone in frequent access I have an option that I can choose any of them, because this is my starting point. So once I have chosen my starting point, I can reselect my starting point, but the stages that I am defining that is be fixed. Okay, after starting point. Suppose that there I mentioned about standard infrequent zone or intelligent sharing. Let's start from intelligent sharing. Okay, then there I have an option now. They will be earlier it was this, now I have given option of this thing. So I said okay, once on infrequent access, my data will be remain 45 days. Okay, that's a similar work that you know about it, right? This is similar concept that will be reflected of this particular current version. Now, what is the meaning of this thing? Okay, non newer version to retain. What is the meaning of this thing? Meaning that the version which is already be uploaded to my bucket with the same name. Okay, if I'm having a multiple file like a multiple uploaded files with the same name with the same extension, so whichever is my latest, that is my current version. Whichever is already be existed, whichever is already be there into my in the bucket, that is called a non-current version. Okay, so there I say that how many versions that you want to be retained, it's up to you. That it can be one, it can be 100, based on the your requirement, based on the business logic we can define on it. So there I mentioned about the I can keep it around 5 version video. Okay, so based on that now I'm using a 5 version. That I don't require much more. But it's up to me that if I say that no, I think I require at least 400 version. I can up to It's up to me that how many number that you want to be put it. Okay, based on a requirement. Next, after 45 days I'm putting 120 days, the data will be moved, and there I am using only 50 version. Or again I'm using a 105. Okay, it's up to me that how every stage, even I can change the version. There's not to be fixed that every stage that I'm keeping the same version. Even there I suppose that 105, there I'm using 70 version. In this stage then I'm reducing, I suppose that I'm going to be reduce the version. Okay, so there I'm using a 50. Again I'm adding transaction, deep archive. When it comes to using 180 days, then I will be using 40. All right, so it means that now I have designed, I have put all the things. Now see, in the review part you can see that all the non-current version actions. So now day 0, day 30, how many versions that I'm retained? 105. There day 40 I'm retaining only 70. Day 20 I'm retaining 50, and day 180 I'm retaining only 40 newest version are retained. So okay, so that should be clear. All right. So there you have seen one more thing, and this will be helping to reducing the cost of that. Permanently delete non-caution version. Okay. If I click onto this thing, what it means that it gives me option that how many okay, after this how many the your value. Okay, so there I mentioned a 365. My object will be removed. Okay, and this is a number of newer version to be retained. So at the end of that I said that only 30 version I need to be retained, rest other will be removed. So if I click onto this thing, now you see that now it's given additional option. I say that date 365. Now you see that in the when I'm beginning of this buckets in day 30 I have 105 newest version, but up to 365 days I have only 30 newest version, non-current version, newest non-current version I'm talking about, and rest all other whichever be left over that will be permanently deleted. Okay, so this is about designing a life cycle of the object. I guess now I hope that you will be clarify about this thing. You will be understand about this thing regarding the life cycle of the objects. And trust me, guys, by if you are smartly using this life cycle, this will also helping to save the cost. Also, it also be reducing the bills of a monthly expenses, which we are putting unnecessary effort to this thing. Okay, so this is the meaning of using a life cycle part. And once you click on to create rule, now this rule will be applicable to all the objects. Why? Because there I have mentioned the thing apply to all objects. If I say that no, this will be impact to the only dedicated folder, okay, there I have to mention that part. But there I don't mention anything, so I'm just be this thing. Okay, once I click on to create, I'll show you. Okay, so this rule will be created for me. There you see that now. See, it's an earlier you see 30 days. Now you mention that it should be more than a 1 night. Okay, so that I need to mention that. So I said at 30 to 30 it should be around 60. Now I told you about that, it gives me an error about that. Okay, and there it shows me YSP 120 days with at least 90 more than. So 190 plus 120 is 180. So I said that 200. And even again it throws my error. So you say that must be greater than whichever the version that I'm retaining. I'm putting their maximum is 100. Okay, and this shows that the integer must be greater than 100 or equal to. So I said that I'm using increasing. Okay, I want to be retained at least for 105, but there's a maximum value actually. So I'll do one thing. So there I said that up to 80. Like in the beginning, I'm starting from 30. Then I'm using 60. Then I'm using okay, so there I'm using 45 and 60 and 90. And this will be up to 365. Okay, or 360, and then so this will be I'm putting 600 days, huh? After or 450 days. And similar for the newest version to retain, so this will be I want to be put it at least for 90, or no, it's not 90. I want to be keep it only for 30, but this will be equal to 90. Okay, whichever that I want to retain. So yeah, all right, so everything we sorted out. So basically this will be works like this way. So we need to keep increasing our versions, keep increasing our version based on the days that we are retaining it. At the end of the day we are keeping only 90%, rest of everything will be deleted. Okay, so yeah, so once I click on to create rule, it again it will be validating me, might be I have missed something. So yeah, no, I don't have missed anything, so the rule will be created for me. So yeah, this is all that. Now this rule will be enabled. Okay, and this will be entire bucket scope, and the transition from my current version is standard to then this moving. And similar for my, if you open it, it will be gives you all the information. Same for non-current version. Expired object delete marker, I'm not doing it. Incomplete multiple, that part not implemented. Okay, so this is all about that I am showcasing to you about to understanding about the life cycle, to be understanding about the how to be reducing the cost of the objects basically. Okay, the main agenda that we need to save our cost. And then soon I will be showing my more videos about the AWS platform. Okay, so please subscribe this channel, please stay tuned this channel. And if you in your circle, if you think that anyone is being interested in using AWS and they have so many queries, so many confusion about that, so just share this video. So this video will be really helpful for them to be understand the concepts of the all the things from the basics. Okay, because once you understand about the concept, so it's super easy for you guys to be learn the those things, to be grab and interview. All right, so yeah, that's all from my side today. I just need to discuss with you. Thanks everyone, thanks for joining, thanks for watching my video. Bye bye.